What is the most uncomfortable you have ever made a player feel?
Just my presence.
Yeah, pretty much. I once made 3 players cry by bringing back an NPC from an earlier campaign. Only now about 30 years older and very senile.
Oh, that's nice. So
that's not uncomfortable.
No, well, it's uncomfortable because they're crying.
Oh, well.
Like, you know, but I love that type of stuff. See, whenever you're playing, like, a campaign and then you start a new one and then you see, like, reoccurring, like, you know, your character turns into an NPC.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
I love
Honestly, that's the type of continuity that just, I don't know why, it just really, it's so satisfying. It's really, really satisfying, and I just love that type of shit.
I had to play an RPG session for all the girlfriends of our group once. They insisted on it since their girlfriends wanted to know what their boyfriends were doing every other weekend. This was 2 decades ago, since back then a relationship and sex were still hip.
Down with the kids.
Anyway, we played Mage and Ascension. I had the girls make a normal mage and explain their powers to them. No heavy roleplay. I did most of the mechanics. They decided to make themselves. I obviously told my own girlfriend not to do this or join the session. They were also all friends. So, how did it go? The women were all vile, sexist, raping and torturing insane cunts. After 2 bottles of wine, they just went with it. After realising they could do everything, they just let loose and started what can only be described as a complete shit show of how far we can push this. Killing innocents, raping men, a complete power wank. They put most Nefandi to shame. I keep encouraging them and described every horrid detail at length. It was amazing. There's a lesson to be learned here about being a horrible DM, especially to new people in the hobby. But damn, that shit was hilarious.
But it sounded like they were having fun.
Yeah.
You know, it sounded like they were enjoying it. It sounded like they were all in on it. They all, you know.
I've said this before, girls are worse than men when it comes to this type of shit.
I honestly do believe that.
We're vile.
Yeah,
no,
I do believe girls are way worse. Honestly, though, it sounded like they had a lot of fun. So, you know, that's nothing to get upset over. You know,
just be careful because they want you to run another game.
Yeah, exactly.
Long time Legend of the Five Ring GM here. I've 2 good ones. I had a player that took the soft-hearted disadvantage. He forgot about it, and when a criminal they captured was being a dick, he lost his temper and ordered torture to extract a confession. I looked at the soft-hearted player dead in the eye and began describing the torture in horrible, gory detail. The whole group started getting a little squeaked out, and the soft-hearted player actually got freaked out a bit and told me to stop. He then reminded himself that his PC was soft-hearted. He stopped the torture on the spot and completely lost his hard-ass status to the guy he was interrogating.
I don't know, like, it sounded like he had a pretty rough day.
Yeah.
I don't know if, like, if someone's torturing me and I'm still tied up, I'm not going to be like, what?
Thanks,
you know, I'm not exactly going to turn around and be like, you know, what a dick. You know, I'm going to be like, oh, thanks, yeah, cheers to that. Please don't hurt me no more.
The other good one involves the Shadowlands Taint.
Taint?
Taint?
Shadow. That sounds like a great first way of saying asshole. Yeah. Shadowlands Taint. I banish you to my Shadow Realm. Or my Shadowlands.
Oh, for those that don't play Legend of the Five Rings, the Taint is a fate worse than death.
Trust me, guys, you don't want to go up my asshole. That is a fate worse than death.
It is hell leaking into the normal world and slowly transforming the normal world into hell. Yeah, whenever you fart. Also, hell is semi-sentient in Legend of the Five Rings, so it plays games with its victims. The player in this story didn't really understand that, and just saw the good stuff you get from being tainted. In his words, night vision and super strength. I told him during character generation he couldn't take the taint as a disadvantage, but it might come into play later. Later happened and he got the taint. After that, I required that he sit next to me during the game, and I started randomly whispering weird shit to him. When he reacted, I made him make a will roll to not have that be his character's inappropriate laughter or other reaction. He eventually became inured to my shit and was still using the taint for powers too. I enlisted another player to escalate it. I had the other player at my signal, put a hand on his thigh. When he did it, the Shadowlands player jumped up and yelled, "What the fuck, man?" Without missing a beat, I said, "Josh, TN 30 willpower roll, right now." The rest of the table howls with laughter. He turns bright red, makes his roll, and actually succeeds. After that session, he asked if he could roll up a new PC.
that's
Yeah, I like
you know, I love that type of stuff. See when players really want to do something and the DM manages to outwit them in some way, shape or form. Because 99% of the time DMs are like, oh, for fuck's sake. You know, but they never actually...
Why is Carl like this?
Why? Yeah, exactly. No, that's a great reverse card right there. I think that's really cool.
I always GM for inexperienced friend groups in online servers I become acquainted with and intentionally structure the story and events to pit people against each other. For a lot of them, they get attached because it's their very first characters or time doing something like this and are easy to goad into taking it overly seriously and then make them fight and argue. Of course, they always have their own internal problems, but things definitely bring any ill sentiments towards each other to the surface. And my games have led to the collapse of servers and friend groups a couple of times already. I don't know why I feel the need to seek out and do it. I just find it interesting. Fucking psychopath!
Mental. Absolute crazy people. Yeah, I guys, I'm like the Joker, but RLL, you see? You know what I mean? I just like to sow chaos.
Wait, sorry, I just seen one that said, I told the child he was too ADD to play.
What? Wait, what?
You can't play. You've got too much ADD.
Yeah, sorry mate, not the night.
Not the night. The worst specific incident. Party was chased down by a paladin, defeated him, tied up his corpse and revived him, castrated his squire and mind controlled him to rape the squire, let the paladin go thinking he would kill himself out of shame, kept squire as a slave, would force him to get fucked by their captives before they would torture them until they sold him to a brothel, ended up selling squire to a brothel. When I started the campaign, I didn't imagine it would be that bad. I literally threw in the squire to see how far they would take it.
What the
Whoa.
fuck? Okay, look guys, I'm bad, but I'm not that bad.
Well, you did try and sell elves to
No, yeah, but I didn't do that bad.
Yeah.
Look, Guardbros said, alright, this gang specialises in human trafficking.
Yes, but you did try and start up a human trafficking,
No, we didn't try and start it up. We were just selling them. Look, if Guardbros didn't want it, he shouldn't have put it in the game. That's all I'm saying. And look, this video of this, it's on YouTube. Go check it out. It's part of one of the Veil Lighters.
Well, this is probably the same as what this guy done. He threw in a squire to see how far they would take it. He threw in elves, and you took it this far. You took it that far.
But we give him cat ears and a tail.
Yes, because that makes it better.
Look, you know what actually put us off from doing it? We only got 200 gold and we made over 3,000 from all the weapons and arms that we gathered, so all I'm saying is human trafficking's not as valuable as you would think. You would actually be better off as an arms dealer.
Unless you work on Wifey.
And now, the models of our website, brought to you by neckbeardia.co.uk. Get y'all some of these titties.
Dwarf titties, orc titties, cat titties, fat titties, the gases and wastes a bit. Vampires and goblins and all the buff champions and even hentai, yeah that too. Dragons, manticores, ogres and gnomes and bugbears and even more to go still. Undead and demons and then our friend Pally and definitely not 40k. Wood elves, dark elves and lizards and Megan the Slither and James the look cool as he stands. Beholders and kobolds and tyrants and only in a donkey with a frying pan. If you don't want no models, then no need to bother. We now have subclasses and teas. Also, Guardbros Book, go have a look. Check out the link to Ko-fi. Thank you for watching our videos and giving our channel a hand. But this is the end, our viewers and friends, so let's get back to the video, man. I fucking hate myself. I've done it a few times playing Little Fears. First one was set in a hospital with the players playing kids who got injured. Their parents left them to sleep alone at said hospital. It was only then that they noticed no nurses were walking the halls. Well, except for one nurse with plastic skin who smells of char, and the man in the hospital gown with a scrunched up face like a raisin.
Every hospital I've ever been to.
Apart from a plastic skin.
yeah, actually, okay, yeah, forget about that, sorry guys.
Both pretty creepy, but not outwardly hostile. But as I turn off the lights in the room with only a single red bulb to light their roles and character sheets, they encounter the Tether, a being compromised of electrical wires that grab you and pull you into the ceiling. But the better one was the session with the black-eyed kids. One player was home with a babysitter. They hear a knock at the door and encounter an older boy and younger girl. They asked if they could use the phone as they were lost, but as they talked, the player noticed their eyes turned black. This spooked them into hiding in the room. They heard the kids talking on the phone, but when they used the other landline, they realised the kids hadn't even dialed anyone. What really got the players was when they met up. I would interrupt their planning by knocking on the table. Sometimes it was just the pizza guy, and other times it was the black-eyed kids, and sometimes it was just the wind. It was a fun session, would recommend. I'm hoping to run a session once Rona gets done where one of the players gets a new little sister, only their sister grows up really quickly and looks exactly like them. Their parents start treating her better than them. I think that'll be amazingly creepy session.
I would love to be able to do something like this, but
I've heard about it.
But
it's right up my street.
It is the type of shit you would really enjoy.
I'd love it.
But guys, I've got a problem. I feel like I need an intervention. I can't stop shit posting. My name's James, and I have a problem. That's my problem. No,
yeah,
I can't. And you know, sometimes
you can't take shit seriously.
I just am, and it's something that I really want to try and work on. I would love to do like a really serious.
Trying to work on yourself, James, just as a person. 2022. Let's all help James be a better person.
I'm not that bad of a person. I'm not that. It's more just I'm a bit of a bad role player.
Let's all band together and help James be a better player.
Is this going to be like bit like Dragon Ball Z, sending for your energy? Everyone's just going, wow, you know, summoning a spirit bomb. Yeah.
A while back, party comes across this dangerous enchanted lake. Have been previously warned not to touch it. One curious PC tries poking a stick into the water. Narrate how almost immediately a great force snatches it from your hand and the stick disappears beyond what you can see. I want to make a strength roll to try and hold on to it. You're not strong enough, however high you roll to do that. Table flipping tantrum ensues.
Do you really want to get pulled down into the abyss? Because that's how you get pulled down into the abyss. There was a really good video.
But like whenever you tell people that shit, especially if they're players like you, they're going to try to do it anyway. No, we're not. You know what it is? Players like you would then throw me in. That's I would want to see what happened. Yeah, but I would. Yes, I would, because I want to get your player off the table.
You know the thing is, I think we bully James an awful lot here, but I really think like, you know, Megan constitutes just as much. I admit I'm very normal, and all I want to do is hit things and destroy things, but I don't have the schemes that you do. I'm a very normal fighter player, okay? Right, okay, like you just appreciate the bonk.
I had been playing a pirate campaign full of pillaging, torture, and blood murder. So far, nothing had fazed them. I threw a pirate cult at them that worshipped a figurehead called Mother Milk Tree.
Mother Milkers? Mother Booba!
Who'd been nurturing the cult to believe themselves as one large family, and her, by extension, their mother. So I pulled on that thread and described her as a comely woman.
Comely?
Sure, she is very cool. Woman in a very late stages of pregnancy. Breast milk lactating from her nipples all the while.
Well, is she just leaking all the... What?
That doesn't happen. This was all an illusion. She's actually a changeling. They lost their shit. I thought it was going to be weird, but otherwise harmless world building. Her cult was based around family. Why shouldn't it complete the image? They looked at me like I had just described a 40-year-old fat bald guy clubbing a seal to death while fucking a child. In fact, if I had, I'd have probably got a better reaction. But they bugged out and basically decided to never speak to that NPC ever again, purely because of the description. To this day, I have no idea what squirted them out so hard.
Because you made a fucking wifey for them.
You made a big titty
waifu.
Leaking
waifu. And they were like, ooh, booba, booba. And then like, you know, they're
you know what? It was just a prank, bro.
Yeah. You know what? You literally pulled a trap on them.
Oh.
It's a little trap.
You've activated my trap
card.
PC is poking at a flesh monstrosity that has absorbed/integrated a large amount of bodies into its collective consciousness. Literally poking at it with a stick through a grate. The beast discharges a combination of what
Don't use the word discharge.
Don't please. Discharge is a combination of
Discharge is such an ugly word.
It's so bad. It's like moist. I hate it.
Discharge is actually worse than moist.
Discharge is bad. Of what amounts of liquefied / repurposed people and skewers an Achilles tendon of a PC. Go into gruesome detail about what she feels, how much pain she is in, and what it feels like to have her body invaded, digested, or absorbed by the creature. Second PC hacks the connection between them off. First PC's player approaches me afterwards and expresses how body horror squicks her. I felt bad, but the PC literally poked the monster with a stick. Yeah.
Yeah, don't poke the monster with a stick.
Yeah.
You know, the thing is, body horror does actually... I can't watch... I feel ill watching any form of, like, surgery on TV.
Yeah.
I just don't like it.
Well, and you're fainted whenever I give birth.
Yeah, I was fucking... But I wouldn't recommend that, guys. Would not... Well, technically, will do again. Do not want to do again. But, you know, I feel...
I had to get him a chair and all, he went pure white.
Yeah, I need to shit myself. I'm not even joking. Look, this is not about that. This is about me fucking with body hurt. I do find it disgusting, but I have a hard time... I can imagine things just fine, and I have a really easy time whenever people are describing their scene, but there's something about describing body horror that doesn't turn me.
No.
I think whenever people are talking about it, I can describe it and I can picture it just fine, like
but
any other scene.
It,
but whenever it's, I don't know, it's just...
Oh, that's not the only thing that gets me is whenever I see feet break.
Oh yeah, but yeah, so Megan snapped her ankle when she was like 10.
Yeah, and I still have vivid... It was horrible, guys.
Yeah. So if you're ever in a game, be sure to break Megan's legs at some point.
No, because I actually get like... I'm actually getting tingles thinking about it right now.
Yeah, so if you ever get the chance, Teal, just say it. You know, maybe...
If I ever play D&D again, because apparently I have no time now because I'm a mother.
Yeah. Like, anyway, just break Megan's legs if you ever get the chance. In Minecraft. In Minecraft.
Not IRL. Don't want people like swinging up behind me with a fucking sledgehammer going, Megan! So I mainly run COC games, focused on the people going insane. When a couple of friends wanted to play Don't Go Into the Winter Woods or something like that around a campfire, and I chose a suitably fucked up scenario from the book.
What is this guy, Swedish or something? What's that one? Dogs in Sweden. Quack!
Quack! Quack! Dogs! Bok!
Oh my god, that's great. Bok! I don't know why.
Long story short, a girl opens a chest and a mummified baby falls put. And
this guy's definitely Swedish. False put. Okay, Megan, can we do this in a Swedish accent?
I can't do a Swedish accent.
Go on,
just so offensive.
Well, look, you know, we're not allowed to make fun of anyone else bar.
No, because I'm literally. You know what I'm thinking about? Yeah. I'm thinking in my head to try and do a Swedish accent, and in my head, it's already Indian.
But just do it. Like, guys, we're trying to do an Indian one. Let's get into this. Long story short. Oh, fuck, it is Indian. Oh, shit, it actually is. Right, go on, go for it.
How do Swedish people speak?
Long story short. Long story short, a girl opens a chest. Oh, fuck, it is going Indian. And a mummified baby falls out. Fuck me, Jesus Christ. And it all... Fuck. And it all the baby on the ceiling turned to dust. When they get back to the village, all of the babies are dead, and all pregnancies ending.
And the pregnancies ending sudden miscarriage. Oh my god, why are we laughing?
You do the next special.
Well, turns out this girl was forced by her boyfriend. I'm not doing this. It's kind of an abortion. No. Well, it turns out this girl was forced by her then boyfriend to have an abortion a few weeks later.
Oh, fuck. No. Oh, that's actually pretty little.
Fuck. They broke down crying, told us what happened, and then had a panic attack. But in the end, we helped her get rid of the guy, so there's that. Well, shit!
Well, you know, I think we had a lot more fun with this one than we should have. I feel like we should
have read the post first.
We need to do a video in Swedish. Look, guys, we're going to end it there because if you're Swedish watching this, I'm sorry. If you're Finnish and watching this, You can laugh at the Swedes.
Yeah.
If you're Norwegian, you can laugh at the Swedes. Everyone knows Swedes make the best femboys, so it's okay.
Yeah, well, check out the links below.
Yeah, also, Ceylon, I think it's the last day. It might be gone, though. I'm sorry if it's gone.
It's gone.
I'm sorry, you missed it. It was 40%.
Nerd.
Yeah. You should have got there in time. It was on for a week.
Yeah.
Just saying.
We would have got 40% off.
40%
but, like,
off.
that's on you. Be there, be square.
Am I right? Honestly, though, yeah, I don't know what else to say. Honestly, like and subscribe. You know how it is. Let us know about the time you
Happy New Year.
Oh yeah, Happy New Year. I suppose it'll be New Year by the time this is out. Yeah, isn't it? It'll be January
2022.
2022. Do you have any New Year's resolutions?
I do.
What? I want to become a better role player and maybe not shitpost all the time.
I want to make you a better role player.
Do you? That sounds oddly
Sexual?
Yeah, it does. More dominatrixy.
I don't know what sex is anymore.
I'm gonna make you a better role player.
I'm gonna make you. Well, anyway,
Look.
yes, check out the links. Happy New Year. Subscribe, all that good shit. See you later. Bye.